Hey, Angela Langlotz here, business and trademark law attorney, and I'm back for another Facebook Live. So this last weekend, I was at a fancy art event, and as ever here in Dallas, we're very showy about our wealth and about our cars. So there were some really beautiful cars there, and I noticed that there was a Maserati Quattroporte there. And I got to thinking about the word quattroporte and thought to myself, I wonder if they have that registered as a trademark. I'm gonna do a video about this on Monday. Now you might wonder, and I also wondered, was that mark on the principal register or on the supplemental register, if they indeed had registered it all. And I was thinking they probably had registered it because it's a pretty famous mark. It means four doors, right? Quattro porte in Italian because it's a Maserati and Maseratis are Italian. All right, so why was I wondering all this? Well, recall, quattroporte means four doors, and this car did indeed have four doors. So I was wondering if they were able to get a trademark registration for it because four doors is merely distinctive, right? So, I'm sorry, merely descriptive, not distinctive. Scratch that. Descriptive. I misspoke. Now, remember that descriptive words don't make very good trademarks. I've talked about this before. They don't make good trademarks because they merely describe some function or quality or purpose of the goods. And we don't want to make it so that other people can't fairly describe their goods, right? So that's one thing. And then the other thing is that trademarks are a source identifier. They're not really meant to describe the goods. They're meant to be distinctive as to the source of the goods. Now, we've talked a little bit about suggestive marks, and I don't want to go back into that here, but really the function of a trademark is to be a source identifier. We want to know, where do those goods come from? Now, in this case, I knew it was a Maserati because it had the big M. Oh, wait, three fingers, the big M on the front, right, with the little trident. It's really kind of a nice mark, actually. And then Quattroporte is the badge on the back of the car that you can see from the rear. It's the model of the car. And remember, you can have more than one trademark applied to goods. So in this case, we had at least two that I could see. We had Maserati, the Maserati M. There was probably Maserati, the word, somewhere on the car, but I didn't remark upon that. And then Quattroporte on the back. Okay, so if we allow merely descriptive terms like big or fast or green or four-door to serve as trademarks, it means that we are granting those people the right to use that mark in conjunction with those goods, and it maybe would prevent other people from describing their goods as having four doors, in this case a car, and four-door cars are very common. So we want to make sure that our trademarks are distinctive and not descriptive. So back to that shiny red Maserati, I think we already talked about that Quattroporte means four doors in English. Now, when I went into the record, I expected to see that the Quattroporte mark had been registered on the supplemental register, and I'm going to share my screen with you for just a moment, and you can see that indeed, let me move the screen around a little bit, that it was given a merely descriptive refusal based on, at least initially, based on the Quattroporte translation. Now, the trademark examiner got the translation wrong, but it doesn't matter. The reasoning was right? So it says Quattroporte means four ports. It actually means four doors. A door is a porta. Porte is the plural version of porta in Italian. So thus it says the term describes a characteristic of applicant's engineering, that is four ports, fuel injection of the Ferrari automobile. So Ferrari actually transferred this mark later to Maserati via an assignment. Yes, you can do that. Let me go back to the camera though so you can see me. All right, so the reasoning was wrong, but it doesn't really matter. The reasoning was right in that it's descriptive, right? It describes the quality of the goods. Now, the moral of the story is, don't try to fool the trademark examiner by registering a descriptive term in another language. Because when you apply to register, if the word is a foreign word, then you are required to translate that for the examiner. And if you don't, she's going to go look it up and figure it out herself. She may mistranslate it as here, but she is going to translate that word for you. And remember, if you lie on your trademark application, it will be discovered in the event of any litigation, and that is going to be big trouble for you as the trademark applicant, because you can have your entire mark canceled for fraud. This is Angela Langlotz. I'm a trademark and business law attorney, and I go live every weekday to talk about trademarks, copyrights, patents, and anything else that enters my head. You can find me online at TrademarkDoctor.net, and you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/TrademarkDoctor. If you like my Trademark Doctor page, you will be notified every time I go live. So I'll see you tomorrow with more trademark information.